morning, everyone. It is now 8 a.m., and that means it's time for the W9DOR Good Morning Net. This net welcomes all licensed amateur radio operators. We invite all of you to join us, and all of you listeners who are out there or other type of lurkers. You might want to consider getting your license, your amateur radio license, and joining us. Your net control station this morning is Whiskey Niner Oscar Bravo Bravo. My name is Rick, and I'm located on the west side of Green Bay in the state of Wisconsin. Emergency traffic may break into this net at any time, and we're going to pause now for any emergency or priority traffic at this time. Emergency or priority traffic, please come now. Okay, hearing none, we'll continue. This repeater does have a 3-minute timer, so keep that in mind so your transmission doesn't get truncated during that time. We ask that you do keep your first transmission under this 3-minute timer limit and use the comment section later in the net for longer transmissions. And remember to let the repeater drop in between transmissions. So moving on now to the question of the day. You know, I was in the store shopping a little bit yesterday, and a couple of days ago, Sue and I went shopping, and I noticed it's becoming more and more of this fake hamburger stuff that they make with vegetables or some type of stuff, I guess, substitute. So there's no beef in it or no meat that I know of. Have you tried that yet? Have you given it a shot? Obviously, probably a little more healthy, but I'm just wondering if anyone has tried it and what was it like? What was your experience? Or, in lieu of that question, are you substituting other foods that might be a little bit healthier than maybe the original food? We've been lately buying these turkey patties that are just like hamburgers, and then we put those on the grill, and they're turkey instead of beef. So we've been doing that, and I can hardly tell the difference. So anyway, that's the question of the day. Let's start with our short time stations first. We'll pause for them now and let them go right off the top.
Bravo 9, November.
Okay, great. Good to hear you three in there. And Larry, a special welcome goes out to you. Glad to hear you on the airwaves this morning. That's really great. So we're going to start with KA9, ARZ, and then we're going to Kevin, and then we're going to move on to John, AB9NN, and then we're going to go to our new treasurer after January 1st, W9, WTZ. So take it away, Kevin. This is W9OBB, your net control station.
Thanks, Rick. W9OBB. This is KA9ARZ. Good morning to all. And a chilly Tuesday, the final Tuesday in November, and kind of interesting with getting closer to winter. We're actually going to have a warm-up forecast for this week. So hopefully, that'll melt off the snow, and then city crews just by to gather up all the leaves that got piled up in the backyard. It looks as if they're all, in fact, likelihood of picked up how long there. So anyway, the process of heading out the door for a full day of work. I was out and about yesterday. Could definitely tell the chill in the air with the cold temperature. Last night in the teens, and then also with the wind there. So definitely got a flavor of what we can expect for this winter. okay due to the wintry weather and get upcoming episodes probably be around in the near future. So let's see how things weather-wise and otherwise are on the other side of the lake with AB9NN from KA9ARZ. Good morning.
Good morning to everybody on the Good Morning Net from John, AB9NN in snowy Beulah, Michigan, northwest border Michigan, straight across the pond from Algoma, 9 miles inland. And my goodness, the lake effect definitely has kicked in. We've got about 6 inches of snow total on the ground so far, and still accumulating. It's supposed to be snowing in through today and tomorrow. Our contractor has his scaffolding all tarped off and says that he's going to be working on the siding right through the snow, so that's a good thing. Let's see, I do see the solar flux index is up to 187, and I was just over on my RTL-SDR radio dongle doing a little surfing on 80 meters and 40 meters. And boy, the signals were just booming in, so nice propagation from that perspective. Currently 26.5 degrees this morning with a northwest wind at 12 miles an hour, and our section of northwest lower Michigan, if you hold your left hand up and the fingernail of your pinky is basically about where we are in the state of Michigan, and that's definitely covered by the radar with the lake effect snows coming in. You can see it's coming down across Marquette and then across our area, so going to be an interesting day. Probably going to be doing some reading today. Not much else going on. So with that, I guess I'll turn it over to a call sign I hadn't heard before, W9WTZ from AB9NN. John and Beulah, have a great day with an S. I think I've got an S9 on the repeater this morning. Good morning, everyone.
Thanks, John. W9WTZ. Question of the day. Most of you know you're listening to a guy who raises red meat, so that'll be the day when I substitute it with something. Saw an article written by a nutritionist not too long ago said that we've replaced food with food-flavored products. So read into that what you will. 1 foot out the door, headed to Manitowoc this morning. I wanted to wait until the sun was a little more in my favor. It is cold here. I've got 14 degrees. I'm one and done, but I'm going to listen till I'm out of range on the mobile, so be careful what you say about me. Back to Rick.
Thank you, Larry. Very good. Thank you for checking in, taking the time to say hello to us here this morning. Always nice to hear from you, and have safe travels today. It looks like a clear, bright, sunny day, but it certainly is not a warm day. 12 degrees here in Green Bay. So winter is descending down upon us. All right, I have 8 total stations on Echolink this morning. So we're getting to have more and more Echolink. Our Echolink check-ins are becoming more so than our VHF off-air stations. So we certainly are grateful for the good link that we have that our current president, KA9TQC, has built and put in for us and maintained. And also, we want to say hi to Mark in Sturgeon Bay that maintains it for us. But I have automatically checked you Echolinkers in, and we'll get back to you. But first, I want to go and get off-air stations. So let's move on now to our VHF stations for the Good Morning Net. This is W9 OBB in Green Bay.
KF9KU Mobile.
This is Kilo Alpha
7-9er, Whiskey Alpha Romeo.
KA9BXG.
B9 UUB.
KMA.
Command Control, KC9, LN Zulu, Kilo Charlie 9, Lima November Zulu. Good morning.
All right, and going through the list right now as I have it, we have an equal number of off-air stations as we have our Echolink stations. So I'll start at the top and read them off to you, and then we'll see if I missed anyone. KF9, KU, Gil, good morning to you. And then Artie, KA9, WAR, and then VXG, UUV, KMA, OSF, YJH, and LN Zulu. Did I miss anyone?
UPE.
Okay, Brother Brad, sorry about that. Well, now we're one up on the Echolink side of things. So, KD9UPE, Brad, I'll put you in the caboose at the end right after Tom. So we've added KD9UPE. Anyone else to check in for off-air stations? Excellent, very good. Well, we have our list. I will now go through the Echolink list as I have it. And we're going to start off with Michelle, K9GU. Then we're going to move on to Alan, yes, G1AEU. And then K6DCL, Dave, out in California. And our current president, KA9PQC, Jack. And then W9MCU, Steve. KB9DIP, my friend Larry. Damien, AG9P, traveling the world somewhere. N9EDV after that. And Al, N9EDV, you pass it over to Gil, KF9KU. So Michelle, take it away. K9GU, this is W9OBB. Have you ever tried any of this fake hamburger stuff that they have in the stores? I think they call it a veggie burger or something like that. But take it away, Michelle, K9GU, and then you're going to turn it over to Alan, G1AEU.
Thank you very much. Good morning, Rick. W9OBB, this is K9GU in Appleton, here. Well, it's pretty cool today. Temperature is 10, which means it is -12 in Celsius. If some of you are familiar with the Celsius scale in here, it's getting colder than yesterday. The pressure outside is 30.28, and the sky is all clear and blue and nice. And there's another figure in here, which is the humidity, 72% in here. So it's going to be a clear day, and even a little colder than yesterday in here. And you asked us about food and things like that. The one that you mentioned is not going to be the one that we're getting, but later on this morning we'll go to the store and get a few items, not too many of them, to add to our food today and in the next few days in here. So that's an answer to your question in here. Otherwise, we don't have any other with this canine TQC, but I don't think he contacts that to me. I bet it will be soon after another station in between that I missed in here. Anyway, good morning to all, and I hope it's not too cold in your locations in here. This is Canine EU. Good morning to all.
Alan next, G1AEU.
G1AU. Oh, good morning, everybody. It is a nice morning here. 46 got a night. So it's colder than yesterday. But I got a nice fire in the grave. Keeping me warm. Wind is 4 miles an hour, so I hardly noticeable. Anyway, I have been looking at my glorious website as a bird and a squirrel and a sausage that's on there, up on it here. But there, I've had some too. So I turned her off and I now put on another webcam of two Samuel Lee. Well, I had another show yesterday afternoon and they were more organized, but it's only something with each other work and moving around, but they are used to it. So, things listen to a sound still. Everything stops when it goes, because most people can't cope with the show. They don't know how to survive in this show. So, but the funny thing is, there's another show I took on my knee. Said a rock star, a big thing of his coming to the rock there. But looking on the Canadian side of the river, the hills in the distance haven't got any snow. Funny, that is due to the nature there. Anyway, over to JSD, G1AU.
Okay, this is Kilo 6 Delta Charlie Lima, Dave out here in California. I want to see if I have it. Looks like it is. Okay, good morning to everybody. I've missed you, but, you know, my body has discovered it likes to sleep. And not during the day, but during the night. So I've been blessed with being able to sleep pretty much all night long without being woken up by my body. So I've gotten rid of all the toxins you get when you go in the hospital and get filled with anesthesia and a variety of other stuff. Anyway, so I'm doing okay. And to answer Rick's question, probably not surprisingly, out here in California, we had a wave of Beyond Meat come through, and grocery stores, our major grocery stores like Safeway and a variety of other major chains. And my partner and I at the time, we decided that we had to try it just for kicks. Because we lived in A, California, and B, Davis, California, a university town, and we had to help get them off the shelf. And had an aftertaste. We kind of said, it was okay. I barbecued it. cattle are safe, and I just don't want to keep that stuff with putting things in me that I already don't know what it is. So anyway, that's it. I'm going to turn it over to Jack, KA9TQC. Good morning, everybody. Over to you, Jack. Take it easy.
K6DCL and the group, KA9TQC. Well, good morning from chilly Clintonville, 8 degrees earlier this morning. May have warmed up a bit with the sun coming up, but still sure it's below 10. And we finally made it home, first time in a couple of weeks, so it's good to be here. Trying to heat up some hours in advance of getting here to make the house somewhat habitable. It was down in the sort of mid-50s, so it takes a long time for it to warm up. So interesting question of the day. My premise is this. I love vegetables, and I eat vegetables with enthusiasm, but I don't need to modify them to pretend that they're meat. That doesn't seem to make any sense to me. And while it kind of opened up an interesting rabbit hole, I was actually looking at the data comparing ground beef and turkey, and there's not much difference. I mean, low fat is the key. And I think like Larry's buffalo meat is probably better than either of them, to be honest. So I think it's important to pay attention to what you're eating, but I think trying to make one food pretend it's something else instead of embracing it as it is, does not make much sense to me. So with that, over to Steve, W9MCU. Good morning to you, KA9TQC. Good morning, all. This is Steve, W9MCU. Well, at 8 o'clock, it's 15 degrees here. And so I'm kind of looking forward to the warm-up a little bit. We had snow about a few inches, enough to cover the grass completely. And so that's the weather report. I've tried both Beyond and Impossible burgers. I think we went out to a burger joint that had both of those. And my children tried each one. I got a bite. It was okay. I guess closer to real meat than the veggie burger that I had. I used to work for a company that had 3 boxes of veggie burgers when they first developed them, and I remember not liking them at all. And next time I used them for juice from my flowers on them to help improve them, but it didn't work very well. So I'm kind of like Jack, I just as things not try to be something they're not. I feel like vegetables too. So over to KB9, this is W9MC. let's discuss as much as we can. Let's see what he has done today. have it for a while, and then I got to switch it to something. But one of the things that helped me is watch my small things. I have to challenge. I have to get my challenge. That's the only thing that makes me do it. Like, usually like my challenge. So, it's only my one time because we get a busy morning coming up. It's a new community. So, over to the KF9, the KF9K2, which is 10-9 Good morning to all.
Yeah, I didn't get all the call. N9E, and then he kind of fizzled. This is KF9KU Mobile. I am south of Green Bay. I just was over in Howard. I needed to pick up some brewer yeast. They had Red Star yeast. They had a quick action, and then they had a normal one. I don't think there's any difference between Red Star or normal yeast. I need to buy it in bulk because I make beer, and so I bought that. And then they also had bucatini. That's that real thick spaghetti I like to use when I make spaghetti base. And they had that too. That's at the Piggly Wiggly in Howard. They always got something that I can't find anywhere else. But anyway, Mobile today. Never tried the veggie burgers. I had an engineer I worked with who swore by them. But I just couldn't bring myself to try it. We had it at one of our outdoor luncheons at work years ago, and I just couldn't bring myself. You know, and animal fat has gotten a bad rap in the past. Now they tell us that it's good for you. So what are you going to believe? Anyways, I'm heading down to Milwaukee. My friend who goes down to the Gulf has got a fresh batch of shrimp in, and they're the only ones I like to eat. So we're making an expensive trip, but I like to have that once a year. So with that, I'll turn it over to Artie, KA9WAR. This is KF9KU Mobile. Good morning.
KF9KU, this is KA9WAR. Well, good morning, Gil, and good morning, everyone. Here in Peshtigo, we have 17 degrees and nice bright sunshine. And as far as the question of the day goes, I tend to stay away from stuff too, and I try to keep with stuff that agrees with me. There's probably a lot of good stuff out there that I could eat, but I stay away from any new stuff. Anyway, yesterday when I had a telephone call about the time that I wanted to comment on the CW that everybody was talking about. Anyway, I probably mentioned this before. As a pilot in World War II, you had to have be able to copy 15 words of CW a minute. They were random words also, but we did do that. Copied 18. That was 80 years ago, and I wish I would have stayed with it. But anyway, after class, we didn't have any devices, so people tried to learn stuff by talking to one another. What did that? It did, and but that didn't always work out. There were a lot of kids that had 3-4 years of college that could get CW, and they were out. Brilliant kids, but it just the way it was. But it didn't work out. But we did make it through CW. and it seems like people with a musical background did fairly well. K9DXG, this is K9WAR. Good morning, Bob.
Well, good morning, everyone. Sunny day, and nice and toasty. It's 70 degrees down here in the basement. Anyways, veggie burgers and such, no, not really interested in those. I guess I eat a fair amount of meat, but nothing too much. Betty makes a diverse type thing, so it's really good. Talked to Larry this morning for a while on the 2-7 repeater, and even Tom. So another friend of mine, Mike from Green Bay, checked in. So not too much going on. Still working on a stretch machine, slowly but certainly trying to get everything fitting right and adjusted right. I got to get some more metal, and I got to start doing some bending, but I don't have a press for bending the stuff, so I got to go over by a friend, and I'm not going to do it when it's this cold out. Even though it's in a shed, I'm not going to try doing this. I've got a lot of other things to do. A lot of things out in the basement here to do. So, that being said, I'll send it over to Bruce, UUB K9DXG.
W9 UUB. I think Larry was taking my medicine in for processing, so probably the wrong time to talk about fake meat. Though I do experiment. I've had tofu burgers and other things like that, and I guess I'm not going to be around to see it, but when we go from 8 billion people on this planet to 10 billion people, it's going to be inevitable. People are going to be eating bugs. There's no way this can be sustained. I never heard of making beer with red yeast. Isn't that interesting? I've been at it a while. Things to learn on this net. Off to Search Bay today to do the processing and then a few other knockarounds, and I'm going to go and see Joan at some point, and she's going to tell me when. And that's about it. Over to KC9, KMA, W9, UUB.
Bruce, tell me what day you're coming to see me?
Today, I figured sometime around noon or 12:30. Does that work?
We're here. We got nothing going on. We might have taken our showers by then. Is Chris coming along? Should I make a lunch?
Oh, that's not necessary. We're going to go to Scaturro's because we haven't been there in a very long time and thought, what the heck? Unless you'd like to join us there, but we're going to plan on being there early enough that it doesn't screw up supper. So we're going to eat probably at around 11:30, 11:45. Back to you.
Well, I'm sorry to interrupt Annette with this social life here. KC9 KMA for ID, and I will talk to you in a second about that, Bruce. My counteroffer would be that you carry it out and bring it here, and then we don't have to go out in the cold. It is 19.7 balmy degrees in Sebastopol, which apparently is the garden spot of the region. Let's see, 1 mile an hour now. It was 17, and at midnight it was 24 gusting winds. So yeah, pretty chilly. So get out your pencils, folks, because I have a recommendation of a non-meat burger that is very tasty and reasonably healthy and not full of stuff you don't want. It is made by Morning Star Farm. I'm going to say it's a little envelope, green in color, and it's in the freezer section. And it's 4 little patties of black bean burger. The seasoning is kind of a Tex-Mex flavor. It is not so spicy that I can't eat it, so it's mild. And then I put 2 of those in a nonstick frying pan on super low heat. Just get it to brown on one side, turn it over, and then cheddar cheese, or if you have it, the cheddar jack cheese, and then the Ortego taco sauce, you know, the one in the sort of oval bottle. Not salsa, but that sauce, you could use that, and then you throw that on a hamburger bun, and it's really tasty, really quick, and actually I think each one is 130 calories, so it's pretty low. But the answer to your question, Rick, is I think the fake meats or swap-out meats often come with other unwanted benefits. Higher fat, higher cholesterol, higher ingredients that are natural. It's important to read those labels, and that's why this Morning Star Farm is a sort of a hippie food. If you've never tried it, you might like it. Let me break. Wanted to say welcome back to Dave. Glad you're up and doing well, and I certainly think the smart move on your part is to get good rest right now, and then you'll be back in rotation. We hope to hear plenty from you as days go by. Let's see. The moonlight, if you're not up early, you don't see the big fat moon, and it's casting its little moon rays onto the snow. It's actually quite something. So with that, over to N9OSF. I'll talk to you, Bruce.
about 15, 16 degrees. Sunny skies, light wind, not as heavy as yesterday, so not too bad. Veggie burgers, nope, never ate one, probably never will, but we'll see, one of these days maybe. Other than that, got a few errands to run today, so going to be busy, and then we'll see what else happens. It's going to be cold, probably won't be doing too much stuff outside. Everybody have a good one, take care, and I'll turn it over to you, PE. Good morning to all. KC9, LS.
KC9LS Zulu is KD9UPE. Good morning, Tom, and good morning to everyone on the Good Morning Net this morning. I like chicken burgers. We have those a lot. Prefer those over the turkey burgers. When they disappeared for a while, those I could find were some turkey burgers at Woodman's. We tried those, but didn't like them as much as the chicken burgers. I guess I would prefer chicken over turkey in the long run. And we keep some of the Boca burgers around in the freezer too. And you know, when we tried them, we wanted to see how much they might taste like a burger, but I don't even beef burger. But I don't even remember now what. How much they resemble that. We eat them for what they are. They aren't too bad, but every once in a while, we just feel like bacon. We have the Boca burger. I think that's a brand. I can't think which one it is. But I'll keep an eye out for the Morning Star. They're the only. Like those one of these days too. Try the Boca burgers for what they are, with mayo and mustard on them. They're okie dokie. I don't like them so much. So with that, then we're gonna I've got to found a couple of spots on the carpet I used to clean the other day, and it turned out pretty good. So there's a couple of more on the steps I'm gonna work on today. And maybe get down here and work on the radio some more. This one more day that's really cool stuff. So, thanks, Rick, for the net this morning, and we'll turn it back over to you. W9OBB. This is KD9UPE. Good morning, everyone.
And thank you, Brother Brad, KD9UPE, Net Control W9OBB. Great net this morning, 21 check-ins at this point. I don't know if we've been joined by any more on Echolink or not. It doesn't appear as though we have. But, yeah, good comment. And I kind of figured that most people would not be would be a little reluctant to go ahead and try one of those things. I might try. I've never had one, but I don't know. Gil says he knows a guy that swears by him, so I hate to miss a chance to find some new thing. And thank you, Joan, for passing along the Morning Star Farm frozen entrees that provide you with a substitute for the regular hamburger meat. So, okay, very good. Well, it wasn't the best question in the world, but they're getting harder to come by, especially if you don't want to repeat one. So, that's all I have right at the moment. As we mentioned, it's pretty chilly here, and I looked up before, and we had a 10-mile-an-hour wind. Brought the wind chill down to 6, and that will drive it across your skin a little bit faster and cause more evap and make you even colder. Let's see. Al, N9EDV, down at the bottom of the Echolink list, was one and done. I did not catch anyone else who said they will be one and done. So let's swing it up to them and go through them and see if there's any further comments. If you got a comment, go ahead and make it. Otherwise, just pass it along to the next one in line. We'll start with Michelle, K9GU. This is W9OBB. Extra comment.
station. Didn't find exactly something like Q&A or something like that. And I didn't get that call very well, but I know answer him that K9 and TQC will follow also. Good morning to all. This is K9 Gio.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. So, we got it beginning of the day. We always have good, wholesome food. Meat, potatoes, everything, and cereal for breakfast, and some cooked for soup. Now and again we might have a Chinese takeaway or takeaway we call it, the soup call it something else. I think it's a take-home. A Chinese called it Indian food. But as we got older, when moderated was the heat, we must have a sugar, you see. We must have how much cholesterol we have sometimes, things like that. So, I got an email, but I couldn't get into the website. But I will get into it probably something else, because they are probably on the YouTube thing. But thank you very much for giving to me and sending this. So, now I read a Sturgeon snowman. Sad note. Started his brother. The man who put in is so rude. Oh, he'll be as cold as they stay over there. He'll be well off in his super. He'll be nice and warm in there. Anyway, DSD, Salt Albert Echo Newport.
All right, good to hear you, Alan. This is K6ECL. It spurred my memory. My partner and I, at the time, we did get into bison burgers, and Costco had a whole 2 sections of bison burgers, and we really liked them a lot in a variety of different ways. And we got hooked on bison burgers, very lean and allegedly better for you if it's cleaner. So, but who are you going to believe? That's the other good statement. Who are you going to believe? It's more about to make money, I think. Anyway, I'm too far into it to consider that a hazard one way or another. It's now 34 degrees. I started out at 37 that night when we started the net. And so it's dropping, which we're now in the time of the coldest of the morning. And we have mostly cloudy skies. And I can see the rays of the sun coming up behind the standing wall here. So it's getting up. Anyway, good to be around. Good to hear everybody. And it's good to know that everybody's doing well. This is K6CCL, and turn it over to KA9TQC. Go ahead, Becky.
Okay, thanks, Dave. K9TQC. Not much to add other than it's posted up to 13 degrees here now, so that's a good thing. Everybody have a great day. And over to Steve, W9MCU, K9TQC 73.
With the drop in temperature, either my battery's going dead in my outdoor sensor or getting interference from my, it's on the UHF band, so my
probably gotten warmer, but still around 12 degrees. I was going to add, though, Joan had this black bean burger. Yeah, I've had those. Those are pretty good, too. And the bison, I should look for that. That might be fun to try again. I haven't had that for a while. One of the fall farmers markets down here in the Sherwood suburb of Milwaukee, I picked up 10 pounds of ground meat in little 1-pound packages, and took a shot in the dark. The guy claimed it was, the best. It'll be the best burgers you've ever tried, and so I've made them a couple of times now, and he's pretty close to being right. Frozen patties you get at the grocery store, which are terrible, and the beef patties, that is, and then any of the other meats. So, yeah, I'm kind of a meatitarian. I enjoy my meat, but I do like the veggies and things also. So anyway, you guys all have a good day, good week. If I don't catch you again here, and 7-3. KB9DIP in the group W9MCU.
Thank you, Steve. KB9DIP, Algonquin, Larry here. And Damien, stand by. Two things. How bad could bison be? Indians lived on it for years. Wars were fought because others wanted bison. They appeared to do pretty good. It wasn't the meat that did the Indians in. They seemed to exist very well on them. And Dave, DCL, I envy you, able to sleep the whole night through. Wow, some of you older guys know what I'm talking about. That's real nice. All right, Damien, your turn. KB9DIP over to AGP. Over to AG9P.
AG9P, Cynthia just arrived. I'll have to turn it over to her yet. Let's see, for the food market, or network, I buy meat. Some of it's over $20 a pound in America, and it's not very good. The only place you can get decent meals is on this ship that's just fantastic food. And you got the waiters at your side continually waiting on you. It's really fantastic. And I ordered a special dish, told him how to make it last night, and he didn't write a damn thing down and didn't ask for me to repeat anything, and it came perfect. Unbelievable, high quality people. Nobody's wearing a mask except our vegetarian, and she didn't even come to our turkey dinner in the States because she was sick. And what's funny with the languages here, I can't even understand the captain. They have to have other people give the broadcast normally. And our butler, I can't understand him either. And these countries down here, and back in the 70s, they all declared independence from Britain and Holland and what else? France. I guess we're going to France now today, and they all, some of them are using euros right now, and all kinds of coins. So we're all briefed on that. Anyway, Cynthia, want to talk?
No.
Cynthia's refusing to talk. She's busy eating, of all things. AG9P over to EDD.
Damien, this is W9OBB Net Control for this Tuesday edition of the Good Morning Net, and Al was one and done, so that brought the Echo Linkers down to 7, and each one of you have had your comments in. And Dave, I wanted to pass along how nice it is to hear that you got a full night's sleep, and you're making progress, and gee, that's good to hear. And it's not fun when you can't get a decent night's sleep. Just leads to more bad sleep nights, it seems like. But anyway, glad to hear that, Dave, and glad to hear all the other comments. And Black Cheeseburger, yeah, I've got that written down too. Morning Star Farm, frozen. Okay, we'll go back to our VHF stations, all off-the-air stations, or late check-ins, or whatever else we have for one more round of comments, and then we're going to close this thing down for another edition. So any further comments, please come down. Well, okay, as I mentioned before, we had 21 check-ins, and glad to hear everyone here this morning. What a nice net it's been. Enjoy all of your comments and your companionship here every morning. So please try to be with us again tomorrow morning for the Wednesday edition of the Good Morning Net, when our newsman Tom will be giving us some recent news updates, and we'll have another session where people can share their thoughts and what they're going to do throughout the day or whatever. So be back here again. Join us. Should be a good net as usual. And I want to thank radio station WDOR, Sturgeon Bay, Door County, Wisconsin, USA. I want to thank them for providing facilities for our equipment. And we'd be in a world of hurt without that. So we do appreciate that. WDOR Radio, Sturgeon Bay. So with that, I'm going to bring this thing to a close, and then see you back here tomorrow morning once again. So this is W9OVD, turning the W9TOR repeater back to normal amateur use. Good morning, everyone, and 73. Have a great day, and stay safe and warm.